while you're on Zoom and everybody.
On the year that was, but also making reference to what we might expect moving forwards as well. And just to highlight a little further about what those changes entail, I'd like to ask Liana to speak to those.
Yes, through you, Mr. Chair. So we've taken on board the feedback that was given to us about the OPAC committee and reflected that in the tone of the message from the chairman and the chief executive. Just talking about the challenges that we're facing in the future, in the years to come. Yep. Yes, sorry. The other thing that we have also just amended is we've got Te Reo translations for all groups of activities.
Okay, question from Lloyd.
I'm just wondering, there's a couple of, in that opening, sorry, I'll go back. I thought it was a lot better. I read it through the opening chairman and CE's comments, and I think it balances better. There's a couple of minor tweaks in there that I just wondered whether, like in the second paragraph, you talk about a pandemic, but later in the report, you talk about the COVID-19 pandemic. And should we actually put COVID-19 up front so you're consistent through the whole paper? So that was one thing, should we? And the second thing was when you talk about in the second last paragraph, the marine fee, we make a comment that we've made a loss of the marine fee income. Should we put in brackets the amount of money that was lost for clarity? Because otherwise people don't know what the value of that loss is. And I think by memory it's 2 million or just over, but maybe that it gives, because you've got other clarification numbers sitting in here and it's just consistency of that message. But apart from those two minor things, Mr. Chairman, I thought it read better. I was a lot happier with the way the tone was on the way through.
Tania.
I clarify, Chair, that the loss in the financial year that we're reporting was closer to 400,000 for the financial year. The loss going forward will be closer to 8 million. Appreciate that they're two different numbers.
And I guess that's the difficulty with this report is looking back, but putting it into what we're looking forward. But I guess that's why you have got two numbers, haven't you? So, any further comments? You know, we're looking back. It has been 2020 has been a tumultuous year, and this is only the first half of it. But when you read the report, there's quite a few things to celebrate coming through. Any further councillor comments, questions on the item? We have, it's probably the second or third time we've had a bit of a look at this, so many of the questions have probably been answered or rectified. I'm not seeing any. So with that in mind, would somebody like to move the adoption of the 2019-2020 annual report?
I'll move, Mr. Chair.
Moved by Alan, seconded by Lloyd. Any further discussion? I will put the motion. All in favour will say aye.
Aye.
Against, no, carried. We're about to move on to the second item. I have to get to the airport. It's probably timely for me to hand over to my deputy.
Point of clarification, we just moved one, the adoption of, should we not have included recommendations 1 and 2 in that motion?
I was assuming we
We just need to be clear what we've done, that's all.
just checking with move and the seconder. You happy to move both items 1 and 2? The other was because the second item is just
Just
request the chair and chief executive to sign.
I'm happy.
Okay, we've got that clear. That's fine. And without further ado, it's probably a timely moment for me to head to the airport and hand over to Deputy Lloyd to continue with the second item. So
I think I'll say.
Good on you, you would. Okay. The chairman is away, I'm filling in, so we're now item 2, and Jonathan, are you leading us away in this one?
Yes, thank you, Deputy Chair. I'll do that. I just note that the author Lucy and Wilma are just otherwise detained at the moment, so I'll be filling in for them, so we're each filling in. Look, it's a pretty straightforward paper. As you'll know, we've got a significant opportunity as a council to take advantage of central government investment as part of their overall strategic response to COVID-19 to improve our flood protection assets and preparedness for adverse events. As part of that, we engage in some public consultation to gain some feedback around what might be considered the opportunities and any disadvantages of the commitment we would need to make to support that co-investment from central government. The report's pretty clear and the recommendations are pretty straightforward that we proceed. There's a fair bit of positive feedback and generally we take it as an affirmation of the community that they recognise the value that this opportunity provides.
Wilma, do you have anything you want to add to that, or?
No, there was a strong people came to public meetings. It was a really quite a positive response. And with the exception of one person who put in a submission that was basically just along the lines they didn't have enough information to be able to say that they supported. People were very actively in support. Clearly, Gore District Council were the most engaged. They wanted to discuss and engage with us throughout the project in a very collaborative way, which is great because we've already reached out to ICC in exactly the same way. So that was good to see and very pleasing. So yes, I think that the question was to ask the public, did they support it, and that was the response.
With those opening comments, any questions from councillors? Peter?
Through you, Chair, in regards to the physical work, are you going to be using a lot of different contractors around, because it's reliant on jobs and employment isn't a big part of it in time frames of the work and all that sort of stuff?
Mr. Chair, yes, we are going to try and individualise each section of the projects and give the local opportunity to tender for these works.
Yeah.
One of the stipulations is on employment, and that's one of the major things that this whole project's about. And we're targeting that all the way through. So it's over the next 2 to 3 years. And the reporting side of it for that sort of thing is quite stringent.
Okay, so you wouldn't have a large contractor with multi people just doing the whole thing, but you're employing lots of different people, but you're actually employing one contractor sort of thing.
No.
You do have different
We
entities.
were going to put out separate tenders for each of the projects, so everybody gets an opportunity in Southland to have
Would you explain the social worker?
Yeah, this, just through you, Chair, an element of the procurement process is a social dividend, which is connected to providing employment within a locality, and that reflects the nature of trying to provide a maximum opportunity for a variety of companies to participate through the life of the project.
So,
Peter, sorry,
It's
David,
within a tender framework, though.
David,
Thanks, Jim. Just a question on when do you expect things to kick off? Just in the new year, or is it?
in the new year at this stage, yes. We've got quite a bit of preliminary stuff to get done. But the first jobs we're looking at is in the Tower area and the Waihao River. There's a lot where it's a little bit more simpler to get underway quickly.
I mean, the response is not unexpected, I would have thought, considering the funding that the government's giving, just from the community. It was good to see the numbers.
yeah, I think, if I may, often you often hear a lot of negative response if it's going against the will of the community or there's a move. But I think while there's not a big number, there was a lot of positive response to, which is very encouraging through this. And the one that was negative was actually around some of the technical side of it, not the actual work itself. And I think to pick up on Peter's point, this is across Southland, so it's not just one area in Southland, it's right across the whole spectrum, which is actually encouraging as well. Jeremy?
Yeah, I was just going to say, in regards to it's been a great outcome, and I mean, thanks to the team, the ES team, and to put this together because it was fairly pressurised.
Yeah, absolutely.
To get it down and submit it and then actually work through it, and it's been a great coup for the local, especially on the Mataura work being done there. We see a fairly close call in February, and this will hopefully give us a bit of resilience into the future as the climate's maybe changing a wee bit, and we're going to get bigger rainfall, so it's a good outcome. And I chaired the meeting in Gore, and it was a good. Everybody was, was pretty positive. It was just explaining what was going to get done, so that was good. Well done.
Go online. Robert, do you have anything you want to add? You're the only one that's not here in the office.
Bonnie's not there either. No,
Sorry.
I haven't. No, that's good. Thank you, Lloyd.
Bonnie, do you have anything to add? No. Well, there's no other discussion. We'll look at the three parts of the resolution. Is somebody willing to
I'd
move?
like to move the three recommendations as a resolution. Mr. Chair.
Move it for three. Jeremy, to second for all three. Any discussion? There being none, I'll put the resolution. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
And against? That's carried. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I understand there's no other business, so we can close the meeting. Thank you for your time. Thank you, people online.
Yeah, regional.